What's going on, guys? It's been a while since I've posted, so I'm excited to announce that I'm making a cooking series with Miko Cuisiko. Unfortunately, his channel got unfairly terminated, so I'll link his new one in the description. Please send him lots of love. Let's get down to making golden shrimp balls, a certain fake catgirl's favorite dish. This one is a little time consuming, but with a little patience, you'll be a better cook than Chef Mao. I'll also put a link to my recipe in the description below. I counted all the ingredients in the video, so you'll need up to 3 potatoes, though realistically you only need 1, 25 raw shrimp, but less should be fine, flour, seasoning is optional, but we used 5 spice, white pepper, and salt, but you can choose whatever you want, and cooking oil. Let's start off by thoroughly washing our potatoes. Next, peel them.
Yeah, true. Please you clear yourself.
Yeah, a little bit. It's fine. Yeah, pro chef tip, it's probably not a good idea to peel your skin off. Now, fill a bowl with water and soak the potatoes for around 15 minutes. This will help remove starch and make them easier to cut. It's been 15 minutes, so let's take these bad boys out. We're gonna work on making what I call potato thread. It can be pretty frustrating to do, and having a vegetable slicer or mandolin will help. If you don't, cut your potato into smaller pieces, but still maintaining their original length. Keep doing so until you've made pieces that are thin enough to pass through the eye of a needle. If your slicer's dog like mine, it would still be a good idea to follow this step until the pieces are manageable. This can be a lengthy process, so be sure to put the thread in a bowl of water so that they don't oxidize. Next up, we're going to deal with the shrimp. To peel your shrimp, twist and yank the head off. Then, loosen all of the shell's segments. Under the shrimp, where the legs are, you can slip your fingers right under the shell to do so. You should be able to slide the shell right off like Miko did. Leave 8 shrimp with their tails on. Taking off the rest of their tails is as simple as slipping them off the back. After peeling, to devein your shrimp, slice through its back as far down as you can. Don't cut all the way through though, and be sure to be careful when doing this. When you open up the cut, you'll see this black line, which is its digestive tract. At this point, you can just yoink that shit out, literally. It's as shrimple as that. Now, it's best to let your shrimp dry. We did this by putting them on a paper towel and letting it soak in the water. Place your tailless shrimp on your cutting board. It's time to mince these bad boys. Take a knife or two and really start going ham on these shrimp. Channel your bottled up anger and let it out on them, just like a drunk father coming home from a long day of work. Now would be a good time to mention that some of her shrimp just straight up disappeared for some reason. Looks like Kaveh came and destroyed them while we weren't looking. This is usually supposed to make 8 shrimp balls, but we could only make 4. Once you've minced them to the point where they have a paste-like texture, put them in a mixing bowl. Feel free to add in some seasonings. Again, we used 5 spice, white pepper, and salt. What you do need is flour. This will help with binding. Make sure you sprinkle flour over the top of the paste. It should be enough to lightly coat it. Now you're ready to mix. Keep mixing until the paste is uniform and there are no clumps. Next, pour some flour into a bowl. Now that we've prepared all of our ingredients, it's time to make some big, fat, juicy balls. First, make sure your hands are wet. This is so the shrimp paste won't stick to you. Spread a layer of it onto your hands. Then, put one of the whole shrimps over it, with its tail sticking out. After that, fold the paste over it. Roll the whole thing in your hands until you form a smooth, oblong shape. Or is it oblong? I don't know, I couldn't tell you. Now, you want to wrap the potato thread around the shrimp ball. It's best you dry your hands for this, unlike me. I'm too lazy to record again, and I actually did a decent job explaining this live without sounding like a schizo patient, so take it away past me. Lay out all the potato on the cutting board, or lay it on here. Make sure one end of it is fairly even. Then you can just plop that shit on here, right? You can use a tool to slip it underneath all of the potatoes and just wrap it as such, and hopefully it'll stick well. If you cut it too thick like me, then there might be a little resistance, but you know, you'll find some success after trying this a couple of times. Right, just very carefully, just pressing it in and making sure it's sticking. Once that side's fine, then you can roll it all over. And unfortunately, I did a rush job with cutting the potatoes, so I wasn't able to mold them too well. Only do this next step if you're deep frying. Roll each shrimp ball in flour, coating them. This will help make them nice and crunchy after being deep fried. If you're using an air fryer, just brush or spray oil over them. With all that done, you're finally ready to start cooking. In a deep enough pan or pot, pour in enough cooking oil so that the shrimp balls would be completely submerged. Preheat the oil over medium heat. This should take at least 5 minutes. If the oil is hot enough, it should stop bubbling unless you dip in a wooden stick. If using an air fryer, preheat till 400 degrees Fahrenheit. All that's left for you to do is put in the shrimp balls. Still over medium heat, fry them for around 4 to 5 minutes or until golden brown. If air frying, do so for around 12 minutes, flipping when halfway done. And there you have it, you've made golden shrimp balls. I've also air fried them in the past, so here's a picture of them if you did it that way. I forgot to record Miko's reaction, but here's my reaction to tasting these.
Oh, that's good. Oh my god. Oh.
Thank you guys so much for watching. This was a lot of fun to make for you guys. I always appreciate you making my content blow up, even though it's usually when I make music or memes. Miko and I have put in a lot of effort into this video, so please share. And again, be sure to visit Miko's channel down below.